Hello, I'm Francesca, actress, singer, dancer, who loves to travel. As you can see from my pictures, when I'm on my travels, I enjoy trying the local cuisine, wine and beer. A shot of local schnapps also helps when you've overindulged slightly. I enjoy visiting places with lots of history, but I also enjoy exploring the great outdoors, and I'm a little bit of an adrenaline junkie. So please subscribe to my channel and follow me on my adventures. Let's have some fun together. See you soon! So everyone, this is the building that our apartment is in, and we're all the way at the top. So as I said, it's an old winemaker's house, and it was built in 1500. Now they've got cellars, multiple cellars, and I really want to go into them because I bet they'd be creepy. So this is our gate we go through. We go into the courtyard. Look at the nice doors into the office. I mean, these stairs definitely ruin the aesthetic somewhat. But this is my favourite thing. This door, I love it. But it's really sad because they've renovated the keyhole. And they've put a new keyhole in the old keyhole. Which makes me sad. Because I imagine the old keyhole, the old key was really cool. And so this would have actually been the outside of the house. But they added this little extension so they could have some stairs up there without affecting the size of the rooms. But we have the little window here. So cute! Today we're going to see Cochem Castle. Last time I was here, I took a route that took me an hour and a half to get from the town to here. And then found out that there was a route that would have taken us 10 minutes. So today we went on the 10-minute route. Got a lovely view of the valley from up here. The nice gatehouse. Oh, and look at that, it's starting to rain. Lovely.
Parts of Cochem Castle date back to the year 1000 and was built by the Franconian Palatine Counts. In 1151, King Conrad III seized the castle. It then became an official imperial castle until 1294, when King Adolf of Nassau sold the castle and the town of Cochem to pay for his coronation. Unfortunately, in 1689, the castle was nearly completely destroyed by French soldiers under King Louis XIV of France. The castle remained a ruin for the next 200 years. In 1868, construction work began on the ruined castle, all thanks to a rich merchant from Berlin, Louis Ravenne. Despite the medieval exterior, the interior is more like that of a French chateau. In 1942, Ravenne's son had to sell the castle to the Third Reich. It was turned into a law school that was run by the Nazi government. In 1978, the town of Cochem bought the castle for 664,000 Deutsche Marks. This is the equivalent of about 400,000 euros. Not too bad for a nice castle on a hill. This is the Hexen term, or the Witch's Tower. It is the oldest surviving part of the castle and dates back from 1000. I wish we could see the full original castle. I absolutely adore this door. Surprise, surprise, Frankie's fallen in love with another door. The rich oak carvings on the walls, doors and furniture show that Mr. Ravane had a special liking for wood carving. The ceiling is also made from wood, and it's decorated with poker work, which means that the patterns are burnt in and then painted. Most of the scenes in the carved wood are scenes from the Bible. All the china on this buffet is Delft china. On the right hand side you'll notice that there's another door. This is a fake door, which any of you that are into French chateaus will know that lots of people did that because it kept the symmetry of the room. I apologise for being a terrible cameraman and not getting the best photo to show this fake door off. This room gets its name after its ceiling, with its pointed Gothic arches. It is also called the Camerata, meaning a chamber reserved for the ladies, because the room was heated by this fireplace. This cackle oven was made in Nuremberg in the 16th century. These windows are fine examples of early double glazing windows. To be honest, the castle was warmer than my house, so I'd imagine the double glazing's a bit better than the ones from today. This is a Stollenschrank dating from the 15th century. Stollenschranks were the inspiration for cabinets. The boar whose head is on this wall would have weighed over 400 pounds when it was alive. 400 pounds, that's massive! Lots of people assume that the plant growing up the wall is ivy. However, it is actually wild wine. Monks would use these tankards for their wine. This would be their daily intake. They hold 5 litres of liquid. Can you imagine drinking 5 litres of wine every day? Goodness gracious. This is the largest room in the whole castle. This staircase definitely dominates the room. It seems awfully ornate for a simple weapons room. This wardrobe is the most expensive piece of furniture in the castle, although we weren't told how much it's worth, but it dates from the 16th century. This suit of armour belonged to a man from Austria in the Middle Ages. To put it in perspective, the average height of a man then was about 5'2" or 158 to 160 centimetres. This man was 7'11" or 238 centimetres. Can you imagine the fear of coming up against him on the battlefield? As you can see, Simon looks slightly worried. This is the view from the balcony. Now, we had a little English translation sheet just to make sure we could understand everything, but it's so funny, the translations, because they're never quite 100% correct. For example, the translation for the balcony says, "If you stand on this balcony, you can imagine why they bothered to build a castle here over 1,000 years ago." Simon and I couldn't help but chuckle at the thought of somebody just being bothered to build a castle. After the tour, we treated ourselves to a little cake and coffee.
Here we are in the marketplace of Cochem. Got a nice selection, of old buildings. That's the old rat house, or the town hall. We're on a boat trip today on the Mosel, and it's a 2-hour boat ride. So I ordered a bottle of wine, and the man assumed it was for all three of us, but as I've mentioned before,
up to 3 glasses.
Yeah, he asked if we wanted 3 glasses, and I was like, no, 1. And the other night when I had a bottle of wine, people seem to think you're crazy, but if you think about it, if you were a couple and you went out, you'd have a bottle of wine, and then quite often you'd order a second bottle of wine, so it's still 1 bottle of wine each. So I don't have the other part of the couple, so I just have the bottle myself.
And drown your sorrows in it.
Yeah, it's fine. Look at that blue house.
So this is just the food. That's it. We're on a boat trip today. 2-hour boat trip should be fun. It's a bit grey, but it'll still be nice. So Francesca has a bottle of sweet Riesling. I have a little mini-sized Fanta. Simon has a very snazzy looking bottle of Schwarzer beer. Let's see you pour it. Struggling to get ahead on that. How is your wine?
I've not tried it yet. I simply
How does it smell?
smell very,
Give it a slush.
very
You've got a bit too much in there to slush it.
It's up to the line.
Yeah, but when you're probing it, you got to slush it.
Well, 1 minute. Let me drink half.
You have to smell the aroma.
It's sweet.
Sweet florally aroma.
C'est magnifique.
How does it compare to the one you had the other night?
It's not as sweet as the one the other night, so it's a thinner wine. Because you notice thicker, the sweeter a wine gets, the thicker it gets.
Oh, right, okay.
So this is quite.
But do you prefer it?
I think it'll be easier to drink than the other one, because I think sometimes it gets so sweet that the more you drink, it's like sweetness overload.
Uh-huh.
Whereas I think this one will be easier to drink again.
Simon and Francesca got a Flammkuchen. So it's just basically pizza dough with onions, bacon and cheese. Very tasty. But Francesca's making sure that Simon splits it exactly in half. I'm surprised she hasn't got a tape measure out. Now we're approaching our apartment. Yes. There it is, yes, there. Right there. There's our little riverside bar that we were drinking at the other night. Nice few beers, portion of chips. He's there cooking away, he is. He's Canadian actually, the bloke that runs it. I was talking about this yesterday, wondering how they get through, and here we are going through. We just went through a big gate. I don't know if we're going to stop. I don't know if it is a lock. Oh yeah. So we're in a great big huge lock. Goes the water. We're going to go up in the air now.
Not to film this actually. Simon and I, we probed some. What was it called?
I don't remember what it was called, but
It was a very young wine.
A young wine. Well, one that wasn't left long enough to brew, like my tea.
Like the grapes were young.
Yeah.
And it tasted like fruit juice, didn't it?
Was that in the castle, was it?
No, it was the shops, outside one of the shops on the main street. And this is just the company. But it tasted like grape juice,
Okay.
but it was 10%.
Oh.
Yeah, and honestly, it tasted like fruit juice.
honestly,
It was one of those things you could be.
But it had been fermented and everything properly, like wine. It was just young grapes.
It was young grapes, but it was cloudy. It wasn't clear.
yeah,
right.
it looked like fruit
It
juice,
looked like grape juice.
and I could drink it.
The water coming in there. Hang on, is this going to go up to where the line is? Up to there. If it goes all the way up there, I think we're going to be here a long, long time. Maybe that's why it's a 2 hour boat trip, because we sit most of it in the lock. We're starting to rise quickly all of a sudden. From me stopping filming that, suddenly we were almost at the top. So maybe we won't spend all our time on the trip going up and down the lock. There we go. And maybe at the top, but I'm not going to put my phone over the top now. I was worried enough when the water was low that I would drop it in there because that's just the sort of thing I'd do. So Francesca's going to be daring now, but
There we go. God blimey. This is the little tiny village of Beilstein, and they have really nice wine in a little wine cellar that hopefully we might go to tonight. I know it's open until 10 and they do really nice wines. But isn't it cute? We've got the little ruined castle. There's a tiny little monastery, which is surprisingly another brewery. It's so small though. Now in Simon's favourite, well actually it's our bar in Cochem. It's the Königstube. So the king's
Oh wait, Stuba.
Stube.
Not Stuba. What's a Stuba man?
It's like the king's place. We've got our beers. Simon. Oh.
I actually feel like having a few beers, but I can't because I've got to drive.
But it's okay, because she'll have some beers at the restaurant we're going to
Right
tonight.
atmosphere. This is a good pub. It makes you good music, good atmosphere,
Smell of cigarettes.
good barmaid, funny people.
It's a good time. And here's a random fact for you all. So, a saying between us all is, if someone coughs, we go, "Oh no, Corona." And it was in this bar last September. We were sat over there, and someone was sat right where Simon is right now, and they coughed, and they went,
Corona.
Someone said,
"Oh no,
Corona.
Corona," and that was in this bar. And since then, it's been a saying between all of us.
I say, oh no, Corona to everything.
Yes, he
I don't
says,
say,
"Oh no,
I
Corona"
don't
to
know
everything.
Corona. I don't know Corona. And sometimes just put it in the sake of it, because I'm so used to saying Corona at the end of sentences. I just say, have you got that, Corona?